With the DCEU, or the DC Cinematic Universe, restarting with the control of James Gunn, I thought it was a perfect time to make a video on how I would make the DCU if I was in control of it. I started this series back in June of 2022 over on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. But in this video, I will be talking about my own DC universe, like I said, and if I was in control of it. I will go over the movies of Phase 1, and then at the end of the video, I'll talk about the casting, or my fan casting I would do. But anyways, let's start. So the first movie is a Superman movie, and I know this is cheap and all, but I like the Man of Steel movie, so I'm keeping the Man of Steel movie with some small changes. I'm completely fine with Salt being the first villain of the franchise, and love the movie. The changes I would make would be that Superman would help people a lot with smaller problems, like helping counter tree robberies and helping a lady over the streets or something, to get the people to trust him. Also, Jimmy would not die in this movie, but he will have a small role with Lois Lane, and Jonathan Kent would not die in this movie as well. In the post-credit scene of the movie, there would be people talking in the background, and the camera would roll to the table where we see the Batman's mask. And the screen, a guy picks up the mask, and on the screen we see that someone has been watching Superman. And that's how the first movie ends, setting up the next movie, which is the Batman. The second movie of the universe would be a Batman movie, with the name Batman the Prince of Crime, which has its Joker's nickname, with a little tweak. And that means the Joker would be in it, of course. The Bat family would also be in the movie, because this established Batman. And the Bat family would consist of Batman, Alfred, Nightwing, and Jason Todd as Robin. Barbara would also be in the movie, but not as Batgirl. And of course her dad is in it. But let's go over to talk about the movie. The movie starts with Batman driving the Batmobile to a crime scene, where Scarecrow is. And he uses the fear toxin on the cops. And Batman, who tries to get Scarecrow, but he gets away, only to be kidnapped by the Joker, who finds out everything about the fear toxin. The Joker kills Scarecrow and leaves his head for Batman to find it. Moments later, while Batman and Nightwing are looking for a lost lead, every TV in Gotham gets a video that reveals the location of Joker. And Jason, who has been waiting a year, goes after him alone. Alfred, who tried to stop Jason from going, lets Bruce know, and Bruce is on the other side of Gotham, so he has to drive a long way to get there. Because Alfred and Batman knows it's somewhat of a plan of the Joker. When Jason enters the building, he gets jumped by the Joker, and the Joker knocks him out and places a bomb on Jason and leaves him in the building. Batman sees the Joker and goes after him, not knowing about the bomb. The Joker uses the fear toxin on Bruce, but somehow this time it doesn't work, and Batman breaks out of it and beats up the Joker badly and asks where Jason is, and the Joker tells him, and he runs to the abandoned house just to be late, and he sees the explosions and tries to find Jason's body that just isn't there, setting up obviously Red Hood. Movie ends with Jason's funeral. Oh yeah, Nightwing takes Joker to the prison, so Batman wouldn't kill him. Obviously, Nightwing always figuring out. The post-credit scene would be Rachel Gu, who just learned about Jason, and the camera rolls to the Lazarus pit, just to hint again at Jason's revival. The next movie of my universe would be about the last character in the Trinity. Yes, Wonder Woman. And the movie would be similar to the real life one, the first one, not the 1981 or 1984, I mean. But it would take place in the same time as the first two movies of the universe, so in one time. Another change I would make to the movie is, when Diana was leaving the mascara, she got an amulet, which would tell her how to get back home to the mascara. The villain, Ares, goes after the amulet. In the battle with Ares and Wonder Woman, she has to destroy it, and then she gets the power to defeat Ares. The next movie of my universe, obviously, would be The Flash, and it would kinda be his origin story. We start off by seeing his mom die and all that thing with the reverse flash and everything. We won't see references, we see just blurs of the red and yellow. Then we cut to a couple years later, where Barry gets a job as a forensic chemist to investigate his mother's death, but while doing so, he gets struck by lightning and goes into a coma for a couple of months. When he wakes up, he discovers that he has super speed. Meanwhile, 2 prisoners escape from prison, Captain Cold and Heatwave. While Barry is training, he hears that they are robbing a store, so he runs to save the day. But it ends badly for him. He gets shot by the Cold gun, and the bad guy escapes. The second time they meet, Captain Cold freezes Barry and tells Heatwave to burn him alive and just get rid of him. But in that moment, Barry enters the Speed Force and breaks loose of the ice and stops Captain Cold and Heatwave. And yes, Barry and Iris are together in this movie. But anyways, the post-credit scene would be Barry going to stop a robbery, but he finds a robber stuck to the wall by an arrow. Then an arrow goes past Barry's leg, and the camera rolls to see the Green Arrow. The final solo film of Phase 1 is Green Lantern. The movie starts with a fight between the Green Lantern Corps and the Red Lantern Corps, where we see Atrocitus kill Abu Nasur, and his ring goes to find a new wielder. Then we see Hal Jordan, and he is flying an army plane, and the plane suddenly stops working and is about to crash, but then the ring comes and saves Hal Jordan in the perfect time and makes him his wielder and takes him back to Oa, where Hal Jordan gets taken under and trained by Sinestro. While he's training, the Red Lanterns attack and Hal must fight and protect himself. While he's getting absolutely destroyed, he suddenly, because he has so much willpower, cuts into it and learns how to use the ring. He defeats Atrocitus and throws him into the jail, and the Red Lantern Corps flee. After that, Hal Jordan becomes a real Green Lantern, and one of the protectors of Sector 2814, which is Earth. I made a small change to the Green Lantern Corps. I made that each sector has a few protectors instead of one, like in the comics. So I could have Hal and John together. But anyway, Sinestro gets mad of the decision and flies away. There are 2 post-credit scenes in this movie. The first one is Sinestro going and putting on a yellow power ring. And the second one is Hal Jordan seeing a giant alien ship flying to Earth, which would tease at the Justice League movie. The final movie of Phase 1 of my universe is the Justice League, obviously. And the member of the first teams, or the members, would be Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Hal Jordan, Aquaman, Martian Manhunter, and Green Arrow. The movie would start by showing us what all the members are doing. Batman chasing a car, Superman stopping crimes, Barry working on his suit, Diana working. Then an alien ship arrives and starts shooting out pods to every city, some in Gotham, some in Metropolis, and some in the ocean, and obviously some in Central City. And the main ship hovering over Washington, DC. They attack the superheroes, but not Batman because he's just a normal human. That's the mistake they made. Batman sees the invasion and activates his plan, the Justice League. He calls Oliver, he has sent Oliver to scout the Flash, to recruit Flash. And meanwhile, Batman goes to recruit Wonder Woman and Superman into his team. While fighting the aliens, Superman sees a fight between 2 aliens in the sky, and he being himself, goes to help the other alien and gets himself captured by the White Martians. Yeah, the White Martians are the villains in this movie. The alien he helped was Martian Manhunter, who goes to Batman knowing the Martian's weakness, and that they don't really care about Batman because he's not a super being. Meanwhile, Aquaman comes out of the ocean to destroy the mothership. Barry comes to him and tries to recruit him, which works because Aquaman wants to protect Atlantis at all costs. Then Martian Manhunter tells Batman everything, and he and Batman come up with a plan that Barry, Bruce, and Oliver sneak up into the ship, while Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman would keep the people of Earth safe. They sneak up and discover that the leader of the White Martians is Protex, and where the prisoners are. They go to save Superman, and while they are there, they see a green light and meet Hal Jordan, who knows who they are and tells them that he is the protector of Sector 2814 and that they need his help, which Bruce agrees to, but he keeps an eye on Hal at all costs because he doesn't really trust him. While saving Superman, they have to fight off a bunch of white Martians, but Hal Jordan makes a construct wall to keep them out while Bruce opens the pot that Superman is in. When Superman wakes up, he flies through the construct and starts to fight all the Martians, and Hal Jordan goes to help him, while Bruce, Oliver, and the Flash go over to find the reactor to destroy it. Protex goes off to fight Superman and Hal, and Barry must run and hit a lightning bolt on a device that Batman put on the reactor to start the fire and the explosion that would destroy the ship and the aliens. He does that, but he gets hurt in the process, but still has to run Bruce and Oliver to safety. Protex and the soldiers, or the White Martians, are overpowering Superman and Hal because there's so many of them, but at the perfect time, the fire and the explosion blasts them all. Hal Jordan puts him and Soup in a circle to protect them. Superman obviously didn't need any protection, but Hal wanted to be safe. But because the mothership began to being destroyed, all the White Martians on Earth die, and the hero win this time. Heroes, the Justice League win. Then we see that Batman has bought a base for the Justice League in Washington, D.C., called the Hall of Justice. They get every member there who was fighting to join, except Nightwing, obviously. Even Aquaman, with only that if someone attacks the ocean or Atlantis, they would help him, and if someone attacks the Earth, he would help them, obviously. That's the deal. And the movie ends with them sitting at the table and talking about the MPC. So, an empty seats, more members to join. There are 2 post-credit scenes in this movie. The first one is Lex Luthor saying that he will kill every superhuman being because he blames them for the invasion. The end credit scene would be Darkseid being disappointed that Protex failed. He sent him in my universe, obviously. And that's why he didn't care about Batman and everything. He just wanted... The plan was to get Superman so he can make him a clone of him and destroy Earth easily. But that's it for phase 1 of my DC universe. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But anyways, let's talk about the castings. So the Justice League actors would be a little bit older, around 40. Scott Adkins as Batman, just what's undisputed, you know why. Henry Cavill as Superman, the best Superman. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, again, perfect Wonder Woman. Lucas Till as the Flash. Charlie Hunnam as the Green Arrow. Lance Reddick as the Martian Manhunter. Glenn Powell as Hal Jordan. I would bring back Alan Ritchson as Aquaman because I loved him in Reacher, and he was Aquaman in Smallville, if you didn't know. Some other cast I will be making is Logan Lerman as Nightwing and Cody Christian as Red Hood. Now for the villains. Michael Shannon as Zod, keep him. Bill Skarsgård as the Joker. I wanted to have Willem Dafoe, but he's just too old, and I want Joker is gonna be in this universe more. Rami Malek as the Scarecrow, Eric Bana as Ares, Jake Gyllenhaal as Captain Cold, Jason Statham as Heatwave, Hugo Weaving as Atrocitus, and Luke Evans as Sinestro. I thought, what is his actor name who played him in Green Lantern movie, but that was a perfect actor. He did it so well. The one from, what is his called? Why am I forgetting everything? But anyways, you know what I'm talking about. And finally, Josh Duhamel as Protex. But that's it for phase 1 of my DC universe. If you enjoyed, please make sure to hit that like button. This video took up so long to make. And yeah, if there's any questions about it, or casting questions or anything, just ask them here and I will answer them in the next video. But anyways, I'll see you all in phase 2. Goodbye.